Okay, let's now look at how we can build the class frequency distributions, and this is another topic that's being discussed in 2.2. Now, the textbook itself, be careful here a little bit. I have to mention the textbook itself is actually calling this topic here the frequency distribution instead of using the term class frequency distribution. So make sure you understand the difference between my lecture here and the term that's being used in the textbook. So once again, this same topic in the textbook, they're calling that just simply a frequency distribution. Okay. So now the idea is a little bit unlike what we did in the basic frequency distributions. Now, if you look back at data set 1, for example, now instead of going through every single individual data value and look for the frequency, here we're actually going to group them into classes. We're going to divide the data into groups, and each group has a lower limits and higher limits. So here I'm going to construct a similar table, but I'm going to make a list of just simply the classes, and on the other side I'm going to have a column for the frequency. And from now on you can see that a lot of time I would use more of the vertical table rather than the horizontal table. So now for the classes, the idea is if you look into your data set 1, it seems like the lowest data value here is a 60. The lowest data value is a 60. So, and 60 is also one of the convenience one of the convenience number. It's not like a 63 or 62. So 60 is a convenient number. So why don't we divide our data here into one first class that starts from 60 and go up to anywhere 69. So any item, so the point here, this class will contain any data value starting with 60 and ending with 69. So any value that being in that range or equals 60 or 69, that would go into this class. And the next class here I would go 70 to 79. And the next class I have is an 80 to 89. So I'm using class to cover more members, to contain more members. And here I have from 90 to 99. And here I have 100 to 109. I have 110 to 120. And I have another class here. Here I have 119 actually. Right here, sorry. I have 119, and here's 120 to 129. Okay, so in this case I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes. Okay, so now for the frequency, what happened here is that you're gonna go back to your data 1. You're gonna count how many values that belong to this class, how many values that's within this range right here, within this interval right here. So now I see that 60 belongs to this class, 64 is in this class, and 68 is in this class. So I'm gonna count all those together, and that would give me actually, so let's see, there are 360, there are 360, there are 468, there are 4 64s, and there are 5 68, so that would make it a 12 here for my first class. Okay. Now, the next class from 70 to 79, there are 8 72s and 6 76, so that would give me a 14 total for this. And if you look into this class right here, there are going to be 11 members for that class. And once again, once you get the idea, you can actually move faster for the rest of these problems. Now this class here only contains 1 and 1 for this. There's 0 for this really, and then there's 1 for that. Okay, and so now this is how so that's how we can construct a class frequency distribution.